What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Trey Sense, and it is that time of the week again. It is time for our weekly fragrance review, and that is simply where we talk about the fragrances that I've worn this past week or so. Excuse me. Now, get something out of the way real quick. Number one, if you're interested in any decants, always check my description box or where it says description, and my email address will be there, and you can just simply email me and we will go from there. Also, be sure to like, share, and sub. It is greatly appreciated, and that just doesn't go for me, that goes for any YouTuber that you like and you want to help out and you want to help their channel grow. That's how you do it, by liking, sharing, and of course subbing. Definitely liking and sharing. It helps the algorithm. So with that being said, if you don't mind, let's get to 75 likes. Your like may be the one like that gets us there, so please hit that like button. Now, I'm going to do it a little bit different today because I want to start off talking to you about something that's new to my collection that is not going to stay in my collection, and then I'll get into the weekly rotation. I loved everything about this fragrance: the bottle, the presentation, the scent profile. Everything was there, but it lacked one thing. That was performance. This is a fragrance that was sitting on the shelf at my local TJ Maxx, and I picked it up because it smells good. And the name of the fragrance is Citrus Water. Citrus Water, and it was $12.99. $12.99. Scent profile is really good. What does it taste like? What does it smell like? A bright citrus neroli fragrance with some aquatic notes. It smelled really good when I took the top off of it, and it still smells really good. Similar to maybe something from the house of Kenneth Cole and the Vintage Black and Black Bold. Similar to those fragrances. Now, I will probably be taking this one back, and here's why. For $12.99, you can, for a little bit more, you can pick up something from the house of Milestone. Not that they have a fragrance that I've smelled that has a citrus accord to it, but when you can pick up a fragrance from Milestone that is giving you 8, 9, 10 hours of performance, and those are parfum concentrations, and it clearly says this one is a cologne concentration, and it performs like that. I mean, I get next to nothing out of this. 30 minutes, maybe to an hour at best. Does it smell good? Absolutely. Would it be a good room freshener? Absolutely. But so would opening the window and spraying some Febreze on your bed or whatever you're trying to freshen up your car. So for $12, it's a no. It's a no. It's got to go. I've tried it 2 or 3 times, and it's just not. For $12, $13, it's just not. And there's no other way to say it. Does it smell good? Yes. Do I like the scent profile? Yes. Do I wish it performed better? Yes. But I can wish it in one hand and you know what in the other, and that's what we have with this. You know, am I gonna down the fragrance? No. I'm gonna tell you the truth. The fragrance smells nice, and love the bottle presentation. I love the name, Citrus Water. That just sounds cool to me, but it doesn't perform, at least on my skin. You can try it. You may have better luck, but if you see that out there, in my opinion, I think it's best to, as we say in the South, I think it's best to let it alone. I think we just need to let that alone, because it's just, for $14, you can go to Walmart and buy 2 Bod body sprays and get much better performance, a lot more juice, and that stuff's gonna last you 7 or 8 hours. Believe it or not, like it or not, that's just the truth. Boom. Now, to the rotation, baby. Let's get to what we came here for. And I'm going to start it off with my fragrance that I wore Sunday. Sunday was warm, but it was, I want to say it was a little bit rainy. I don't know. I just wanted to wear this one, and I want to say I paid $7 for this fragrance. And I got compliments from the time I walked into work to the time I left with this one, and it stayed on my skin the entire time. It did wonderful. And it's from the house of Nissan, and it is Nissan Alada. And of course, this is a green Irish tweed / cool waters clone. And does it smell good? Yes. Does it smell like green Irish tweed and cool waters? Yes. This is a parfum concentration. The performance on it is stellar, and people were just telling me, "You smell good. You smell good." As one coworker always puts it, "You smell good today," and I'm like, "I smell good every day." But what I had on this particular day was from the house of Nissan Alada, and it may be gimmicky because this is supposed to mimic a tailpipe or all that. I totally get it. And some of you may have outgrown a fragrance like this, but I'm just going to tell you the truth. If you want a fragrance that is not expensive and sticks to your skin, performs well for $6, good luck finding one that's going to do any better than this one. I'm just telling you, it is a crowd pleaser, but so is Cool Waters. Cool Water is a beautiful, beautiful scent, and anytime I wear it, I get compliments on it. So, but from the house of Nissan is Nissan Alada. I had one coworker, I had walked through the back to go to the back, because our restroom at work is at the very back of the store, and it's a huge store, so it's a very back. She was on break when I came in, because I clocked in and went to the bathroom, and when I came out, she walked by me, tapped me on the shoulder. She said, "Oh, that's you, got the whole store smelling good." Nissan Alada. I mean, you can pay an arm and a leg for a fragrance if you so choose, but you don't have to, because there are scents like that honestly get the job done, and people don't know. You know, they just don't know. Monday, it was still a warm day, especially for early November, and I went with something that's old school, but still to me has a very modern scent profile. And I think everybody our age has either had this in their repertoire or will have it in their repertoire. I will end up adding it back. And it is from the house of Issey Miyake. It is Rouge. And they used to call this one the liquid panty dropper. And I like this fragrance. Bright, citrus, almost gives me a, mixed with that citrus, it gives me a violet leaf type of vibe, and I love it. I love it, and I got compliments with this one. And this is one of those fragrances, again, that stays on you all day long. You have to be careful with this one, because it will give you a slight headache if you wear too much of it. But if you find this for 19 or 20 bucks, I think it is one that you should definitely add back to your collection. I think it is great for middle fall, like we're having now. Fall, because fall in Alabama can be tricky. It could be snowing, or it could be 80 degrees. Like today, it's in the 70s. Go figure. And it's going into the middle of November. So fall, spring, summer, I think is when you wear this one. Out of the summer into the fall, out of the winter into the spring, I think that's when you can wear this one. Day or night, I think it's a very versatile fragrance. You could actually pull this off year round and get away with it, but I like it in the, as I just stated, from the summer to the fall when it's cooling off, and from the spring to the summer when it's warming up. That's when I like to wear this one. And it is from the house of Issey Miyake, and it is Rouge, or as we used to call it back in the day, I promise they used to call this the liquid panty dropper. I like it. I like that fragrance a lot. That's what I wore Monday. Now moving along to Tuesday. Tuesday, I wore a fragrance that I picked up, and I brought it to you in a What's New to My Collection video, and it is Better Rouge. Better Rouge. And I like this fragrance. Again, when you smell it off the nozzle, you definitely get that Baccarat Rouge 540 type of vibe. It smells good. I like it. I really do. I think it's a good fragrance. I think it's a good smelling fragrance. For the $20, I think you get decent bottle presentation. I think that's going to look good in anybody's collection, whether it's sitting in the bathroom or sitting on your dresser or wherever you keep your fragrances. Cap is a little cheap, but basic bottle, you know it's going after 540 because of two things. It's got Rouge in the name and the color. So I do think this one leans a little bit more feminine than the Al Haramain, but I definitely think it's a unisex fragrance. I wore it and didn't feel any type of way about wearing it, and would definitely wear it again, probably before this winter gets started or whatever. I do think it's a hoodie approved fragrance, big boy approved fragrance. It just smells nice and cuddly. It is more of a is it, I don't know, maybe metrosexual type of scent, along the lines of Instant Crush and fragrances like that. It has that similar type of vibe and sweetness to it, as well as, of course, 540. But nonetheless, I like it. I like it a lot. Look for this, and to me, it has a peachy mango note up at the top. I like it. I mean, I just like the fragrance. I've smelled it on other people. My friend Mr. Eccles wears it, and he likes it. I like it as well. You know, I didn't receive a ton of compliments on it, but still, I know it smelled good. And I can't remember who makes this one, so forgive me. But it is Better Rouge. I had to look at that twice because with that peach in the opening, I almost thought, well, maybe it's their version of Bach 540 and Tom Ford's Bitter Peach. You know, I thought, but it's not bitter, it's better. So it is what it is. But it's a good smelling fragrance. Is it worth $20? I think so. I think it's worth $20. That's what I wore Tuesday. Which brings us to Wednesday, which is my Thursday, but it's hump day and all that good other stuff. To me, this is a very underrated house. I haven't smelled much from this house that I didn't like, and the house is Banana Republic, and I'm not sure if this is a part of the Icon line or not, but it is Metal Rain. And this one is metallic-y, silver mountain water like. Good smelling fragrance. I like this fragrance a lot. I think this is one, again, that just smells good. Is it metallic? Extremely. Is it fresh? Yes. Is it an easy to wear fragrance? I think so. I think this is one you can just grab and go, whether you're wearing a hoodie, button up, polo, t-shirt. I do think it lends, again, it's one of those fragrances to me that lends itself to this time of the year or the beginning of the year, again, when we're transitioning from winter, coming out of the darkness into spring, you know, maybe when time first starts to change and you get those days where the sun, at least we get them here in the Southeast, where the sun is out and it's 55 degrees, but it feels like it's 65 because the sun is out and it's hot and it's shining, you know, but the temperature, you know, gauge only reaches like 55. Perfect. I think this is perfect for that kind of day because you get a little bit of metallicness and a little bit of aquaticness in it, and I just like it. I like it a lot. And it is from the house of Banana Republic, and it is Metal Rain, and that's what I wore Wednesday. Thursday I got thrown a curveball because I had to work. I was scheduled to work a day shift, which was fine with me because I went in at 12 and got off at 4, which was perfect because it gave me Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night off. So by the time I got home and rested for a minute, it was like I hadn't even worked. So what I wore to work Thursday, because the crowd is, day shift is a little bit, day shift people and people that come in during the day shopping for groceries and people come in during the night, totally different. So, and I want to get this right because I always get it wrong, from King Gate Fragrances. It is Gandia. And I've worn this twice since I've had it. And it's just what you think it is. Rich, buttery, gourmandy. This is not for everybody. It puts me in the mind of whichever one, and I get this wrong every time, from Givenchy that came out a few years ago. It reminds me of that one. Is It's not Privé because I have Privé. But y'all know which one I'm talking about. It's one of the last releases from Givenchy to come out, and it is very gourmandy. And gourmandia is a perfect name for this one because that's just what it smells like. Rich, buttery pastries, or just rich buttery. You know how you get a stack of pancakes and they're hot and you pour the syrup on them and then you hit it with that butter and that buttermilk? That's what this smells like. It just smells like hot buttery pancakes. To me, that's what I get. Longevity on this one, if you spray this on your clothes, it's gonna be on there for 2 to 3 days. I know because I have to wear an apron at work and I sprayed it on that apron. Yeah, that was Thursday. This is Monday at the shooting of this video. It's still on that apron. So if you spray this on your clothes, it's going to be on there for quite a while. But a nice gourmand little fragrance from King Gate Fragrances. And I can slide him right back there where he goes. We'll just knock something down. That's what I wore Thursday to work. Thursday was a nice fall rainy day here in Alabama as well. So that night I went out to lunch or to dinner with a friend of mine. And what did I decide to wear? One that I haven't worn a whole lot because honestly it gets lost in my collection, and that sounds horrible, and I forget that I got it. But I realized that I had it and I wanted to wear it. And it is Givenchy Gentleman Only. And I like this fragrance. And it probably didn't go well with the rainy day because this is a little fresh, nothing. It's very fresh. It may be a little bit misnamed by Gentleman Only because when you think Gentleman Only, you think older, you think mature. That's not this fragrance at all. It's very well made. As I'm going to hit myself and give myself just a little squirt right there. Very well made fragrance, and it smells really, really good. I think this one to me is a warmer weather fragrance. Just my opinion. Again, this is one I think should probably be reached for more in the early fall or spring and summer. I don't really see this as being one that you will reach for in the winter. Now you can wear what you want, when you want, how you want. Maybe if you have an office job, or maybe to church, something indoors. I would not necessarily reach for this. Thanksgiving is coming up. Maybe Christmas shopping or something like that. No. Maybe Thanksgiving dinner, possibly. Well, it kind of goes both because there's something in it that gives it a little bit of smokiness as well as some freshness. It almost has like a smokiness mixed with a little bit of a cucumber vibe. Like a melon, like a smoky melon, if that makes any sense. So maybe you could wear this one in the cool. I did, and I thought it went well on a nice rainy day. I mean, it was really, really raining and it was really cool, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. From the house of Givenchy, it is Gentleman Only. I like that. I think Givenchy is a house that doesn't get the love that it deserves, and that's what I wore Thursday as I went to dinner. Friday had an unexpected opportunity come up, and I took it, got out, got on the road, went to eat with some friends, went to Huntsville. I didn't know, but they said, hey, I'm coming to pick you up. We're going to Huntsville. I said, let's do it. Tone low voice. So in this one, I love, and part of the reason that I love fragrances is the story that goes with them. This one comes with a little bit of a story. I will make it quick. From the house of YSL, it is YSL's LOral Intense. Back 3 years ago, it's been 3 years and a month now since I got my divorce. This one was making its rounds at Ulta, and it was going for $30 for 100 ml and $20 for a 50 ml. So again, for those of you who don't know the layout of where I live in North Alabama, right up here in this corner. Tennessee is right above me. which is about 25 miles that way, maybe 25, 30 miles that way. And Mississippi is that way as well. And it's less than that. It's probably about 12 miles. As a matter of fact, I think I can be in my uncle's house, who lives in the small town of Iuka, Mississippi, in probably about 15 minutes. Yeah, so Tupelo, Mississippi is that way. So I called Alta in Florence, which is closest to me. They didn't have any. Called Alta in Tupelo. They had two. 150 mil, 100 mil. I said, can you hold them for me and I'll come and get them in the morning? They said yes. So I held them, jumped in my old truck and drove the hour and a half to Tupelo and picked them up. This one was, again, 50 bucks. No, this one was 30 bucks and the 50 mil was 20 bucks, so 50 total. And then I called Decatur. They had one in Decatur, so I drove to Decatur. I ended up buying 3 of them. So of course, you know, JP and Cheapo got theirs as well, but this is a sexy fragrance. It's got a little bit of the L'Homme DNA with that sweet apple, but then it's got a little bit of spice and a little bit of leather to it. The only knock on any of the YSL fragrances, especially the newer formulations in this style bottle, is one thing: performance. They smell amazing. They just don't stick with you all that long. But that could be a good thing. That could be a bad thing, because I'm learning everybody does not like fragrances that just go super, super ham on them. Some people like fragrances that are just very subtle and that you have to, you know, walk by and get. And a lot of women like that as well. A lot of women think that's sexy. Personally, I want you to smell me as soon as I come in the door. Nah, I can't help it, man. I'm a frag head. That's just me. But nonetheless, I paid less than $30 for this bottle. I want to say it was like $28 after tax. But I drove to Tupelo, Mississippi to get that. But that's what I wore Friday. And it did the trick. It smelled good. It hit home. That brings us to Saturday. Saturday, my iris did not play, so I got out early. And I wanted to wear something that, as I want to say, Saturday it was pretty. All the rain and stuff had left out Friday evening. Saturday was a pretty day. It was, you know, hoodie type, but, you know, barely hoodie. Well, I want to say it was like 65, 66 degrees for the high, so it wasn't bad. So I wore something that I thought went well with that, and something that I haven't reached for in a while. It's from the house of Paco Rabanne. It's a flanker, part of the 1 million line, and it is simply 1 million parfum. And I like this fragrance. Where's my levels? Are right here. I like this fragrance. I like it a lot. It smells good. Typical modern fragrance, though, in the fact of it's very, very sweet and very playful. It reminds me of to me it gives off a grape soda vibe, but this is one I get lots of compliments with. Again, big boys with the hoodies on and the joggers and the sweats and stuff like that. I think this is that type of scent. It smells really good. Definitely a cuddle type of scent. Definitely a sweet type of scent. I like it. I like it a lot. From the house of Paco Rabanne, 1 million flanker. It is 1 million parfum. All right, guys. That is it, man. That's it, fellas. That's it. That is the list, man. And I think that was a good list. I think it was very versatile. It has to be versatile here in Alabama this time of the year because, well, let's face it, our weather is versatile. So you have to be versatile with your choice of fragrances. And again, if you want to sample any of these, if you want a 5 ml decan of any of these, check my description for my email. But if you're listening now, it is simple, just like the name, Trey Scents. Just add Gmail, TreyScents75@gmail.com, and it'll get me every time. But again, check the description below. I'm gonna get off of here because I'm shooting this one before I go to work, so I don't have to be up all night shooting it and editing it. So you will see it. What's today? Monday. You will see it Tuesday. So happy Tuesday to everybody. With that being said, man, I'm gonna get off of here, edit it, thumbnail it, and get it out to you. With that being said, thank you so much for returning to the scene of the crime. Hope you all are getting ready to enjoy your holidays and all of that stuff. Take time to love each other and enjoy your loved ones while you have them, because life is short and it's precious and it's over with really quick. So with that being said, I love you all and may God bless you all. Until next time, guys, peace.